All right, the cats are back. I'm back. So, yeah, I was up 4:30 tomorrow this morning in Chicago time. The plane was delayed an hour. I believe because of weather. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, man, I'm all worn out. So, cats are back. I had to get them back here, so that was a little bit rough. Yeah, so Priscilla was off. She didn't like that at all. She didn't like the ride. She didn't like any of it. So she's finally mellowing out a little bit. So she has to go to the dentist to get something to do with her biology. She has to get her teeth clean. It's usually I just let their teeth go, but she has some plaque there or some kind of. I'd rather not let it go. I'd rather just take care of it. So that's the next thing. She'll have to go back to the vet probably next month or something like that. So yeah, both of them are a little bit they don't like driving in a car, that's for sure. Fritzy took it better. Priscilla couldn't stand it. So then Fritzy got a little aggravated there. So all right, so I'm kind of running on Steam right now. So this is gonna be kind of a short one today. So I'm gonna continue tomorrow, and I'll be at by it now. So I'm gonna do William Tompkins. He did UFO disclosure. I can't remember exactly what he did. I talked about the secret space program and MJ12 a little bit, a little details. I've read about him a little bit, but not. I haven't got too deep into it. So, and also Robin Williams. So with Tompkins, I'm just going to connect to his consciousness. So it won't be about like what kind of car he likes or what kind of hair he likes or or whatever, shoes, whatever. It's just a consciousness to see what I get from that. And Robin Williams, I'm going to do the same thing. So it's not about what kind of bikes he likes to ride and things like that. Just a consciousness and see where that goes. Robin Williams has like a frog energy, which makes sense, right? It's just a funny little toad. In the May reset, or I think I put this California. Well, actually, this is the May reset, but that was originally the title. But it's California. California is just a bizarre place altogether. When I first started channeling, they had the California fires at that time. Of course, they have it all the time. And when I did a message from the Yale about the California fires, but then the video I looked at was cut, and I didn't cut it. Someone else did that. So, yeah. So that's very well. I would call it. Yeah, that's rare that it happens. So Tompkins should be interesting. I'm not sure where that's going to go. So just like I said, connect his consciousness. See what it feels like. I might give him a break tomorrow, but I'll come back to it eventually. Be a consciousness I'm going to tap into to see what I can pick up or what we can pick up on disclosure or any type of subject matter that comes to mind. Yeah. Like I said, this is going to be a short one. Might be 15 minutes if I'm lucky, if I can get to that. So it was a long day yesterday, and I couldn't sleep last night. And I just, yeah. I'm not actually going to tell that. So it was a good trip overall. It was fun. Yeah, I was very glad to meet who I met there. And yeah, I was very grateful of being involved with that. It certainly was unique for sure. Raise avatar to comment press sessions. Yeah, schedule. Yeah, everything should be back to normal here. The shop here, I haven't got to the shop. I was going to do it tonight, but I had no energy. So questions are going to restart tomorrow because I am zapped out. As much as I want to answer, I just can't do it. Same situation here. We have the webinar, whatever the webinar is next week. Social networking behind the scenes. And I'll take this off the front page eventually, but we have the shop here. Let's see if it's updated. So you have a new shirt here. This is kind of like the MJ12 shirt, the MJ12 member, Grim Lake residence, classified material. And it has MIB and something different. Just a fun little. So we have a couple of other ideas on the way. So, like I said, William Tompkins will do what we can tonight, and we'll just continue maybe tomorrow. I might connect to another whistleblower that's crossed over. We'll come back to Tompkins again. We'll see. I don't want to do it like one after the other. We'll see. Some of it just anyway. All right, we'll just go into it. So before I tap, so before I'm bringing him through, I feel a lot of the Nazi energy that he was involved with or knew of or involved with, whatever. The B2. I don't know if that's the stealth bomber. What the hell is that? B2. It's a stealth bomber. Yeah. Great. Let's see what else we got here. Where'd it go? I think that's it. Yeah. So North. I thought the B2 was created by Lockheed. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, B2. Is off. So the B2 is Nazi. Obviously Nazi technology. I mean, you can't get more alien than that, can you? Well, I guess you could. Yeah, this is definitely alien technology here for sure. There's definitely a lot of Nazi energy, especially around the engine area, of course, to get to fly. Or whatever they call it, the engine, whatever top secret name they give it. Also, this sucker, well, at least a version of this has been to the moon. Some kind of stealth bomber-ish looking. I definitely feel moon energy with that. Just going into details of that. Lovely. Okay, all right, going to, technically I'm tapping into William Tompkins right now. Let's see. Yeah, Dick Cheney's involved. Dick Cheney knows more than what he's been revealing. Of course, the Bush clan has a good idea, but a lot of information has been taken away from them because they've been misusing it. There's some blackmail energy going on. Just, I guess the Bushes are being phased out slowly. And the MJ12 is definitely involved with the presidency, obviously, to a certain level. Basically, like an artificial intelligence puppet. You see that with Biden currently. Yeah, and there is something with Biden. There's a conspiracy about his eyes, like he's reading a teleprompter in his eye. Something's going on with his eyes. Let's put it that way. They don't feel like they're real. So I know it's a little bit out there, but I mean, obviously Biden's the perfect, the puppet right now for us. So anyway, okay. Jeez, I'm worn Okay, we'll do what we can here. So, all right, blessings. Greetings. This is the William Tompkins consciousness. There is many hidden factors of the CIA that runs the UFO file and most likely will never see. They use sound technologies to keep the timelines hidden of the UFO conspiracy, as you would call it, due to the black budget, well, they've gotten themselves too involved with other worlds at this point. Other planets are the misused, and there's like a galactic war. Obviously, you're not seeing here in the physical. It's not a, it's more like a political war. But, the agreement was to keep all the UFO knowledge hidden, at least for now, until there's a lot of unrest is settled down. With other planets that have humans on them. Of course, most likely that will never be made public. You just have to use your own intuition. Because some of you actually have family members, or you can say ancestors there on other planets. So you can connect to it spiritually if you wish to do so. It is basically, even during ancient times, humans of this world lived on other worlds. They lived on Mars, they lived on Venus, and you can say when the planets became uninhabitable for new souls that reincarnate, at least in the higher frequencies, those of Mars, Venus, and other worlds went off to other planets. You can say some of them were hunted down due to their connections. So it was, Atlantis was, now thinking like Atlantis or in Lemuria was just on a planet is kind of like a prison thought pattern. There are in all kinds of places, but Earth was a main source of information, like a hub. But when Earth became more isolated due to a lot of Atlantean mind control, the Atlanteans are being mind controlled by other beings. You can say by the Orions, but there's other groups involved, but the Orions do play a big role. So the UFO knowledge obviously is not going to be made public anytime soon due to, say, the ignorance of your government. The American people can know, they'll most likely know about aliens and just say, oh, that's nice, and then go back to their everyday grind. Those that are interested in the alien energies is basically you're seeing a friend, a neighbor, some kind of memory jolt. So there will be a future when UFOs will be connected more to the Earth, but the Earth will still be very third dimensional. It's because it's not some beings feel like they need to heal the third dimension, even get rid of it, but it has a natural resource to it, has a lot of knowledge to it. For that to just vanish and go away isn't going to happen. So the Earth is going to stay physical as long as it needs to be. Of UFO knowledge, UFO beings are working through you to bring that knowledge here, as humans are basically becoming alien hippies, basically. And that will continue on. And eventually you'll have a president that is interested in aliens and possibly having a visitation, but it doesn't mean it's going to be in their lifetime. It doesn't mean he's going to go publicly talking about aliens, but there is a timeline where the U.S. president does get to UFOs, but he's also very metaphysical and very in tune to those vibrations already, but he is wanting to bring it here in the physical for others to learn. Such as a president to connect to that can summon ships and even change the vibrations of like the press that are asking him questions, the alien energies that he calls in can lose some time, and he can take them to other planets, take the news media to other planets and visit all kinds of places and then come back here and everyone just acts like nothing's happening. So The MJ12 difficulties, yes, that's part of the CIA. You can say this MJ12 founded the CIA, you can say. To rough things up with other countries for the black budget. They know their time is limited, and I could be here forever. The Nazi element is still here. That's a human race to acknowledge, of course, many are not. Yes, Antarctica energy has some, it does have German connections, but many have pulled away from the German energies to go into a more, you know, deeper outlook on themselves. So for the UFO knowledge, it's good to be humble with yourself. You can discover aliens through other people, whatever works for you. But the UFO knowledge is going to now realize that many people don't always understand what's being brought here. Of course, many are very physically grounded. I mean, their spirituality can only connect to the physical, at least in their perspective. They know there's a non-physical element to it, but they don't realize you can leave your entire body, even leave the planet altogether if you truly wish to, which you are working towards. Basically, you can have an energy field connected to your body here, which looks like a version of you, but it's not your full self. Basically, if you step out of your body, go to another reality for 10, 20 years, and your human self is still functioning, maybe not as outgoing as it was. And then you reconnect to another version of yourself that's in your body itself. So basically, you leave an essence of you in your body that is you. It might be a downgraded version of you, but it's still some kind of version that you can leave. This is part of your future. Leave and then come back. And it's very common for a soul energy to split itself. I mean, the idea is to experience as much as you can. Not that there's an end date expiration, but of course, this world has an expiration connected to it. Those that are, they say they're spiritually connected, but some of them are also controlling the knowledge. So some of them are agents. Without going into details. Greeks. This is Robin Williams, if that's okay to say. Yes, nothing like having a pie to the face, especially when you're a kid. So my life, yes, I grew up with a lot of depression, but the ideas to make others happy, to help me escape myself. I didn't really get to find myself. Of course, others might see my vibration differently, but everyone has their own perspective. And basically, I did not really get to enjoy real happiness. Man, I did enjoy happiness, but not the true happiness. That's how I'm fully enjoying that currently, because I'm still going through my own darkness. But the darkness is what made me funny to begin with. Like a class clown or a demonic clown. Basically, part of me does have like a sinister side to it, but not at the extent that some might think. But to come here to show a funny side, but also the serious side, and to just basically make people laugh and just make people feel more comfortable in their life here on this planet, which I don't really see so much anymore, but during my time, is basically why can't we, the world in all its chaos, can we at least have one day of sanity? And that's what I was involved with. Just like a comedy show. There's your one day of, well, maybe not sanity, but some kind of sanity. Okay, maybe not sanity, but either way, a day of humor. And of course, with the shows I did for the comedy shows, the jokes I put out would last with people for weeks or even months. Some might return just to hear it again, just to get another chuckle, a different way to say everything. So, but I am always with this world. You can say my death was a hit. I just kind of lost confidence in myself. The world wasn't the same anymore, as many of you know. Like the 80s was a high point of my life, and then later on, like after during the time I passed, I just felt the spark of the world wasn't the same again. It was hard to be creative. It's hard to be fun when the world kind of feels like it lost its way. And maybe you've been seeing that yourself. Some do get addicted to drugs or some kind of ailment just to get them through the day. And that's what one of the reasons why I came here, just to get you through the day. So we'll just, yes, leave it at that. Night. Greece use the consciousness of California. Yes, one of the UFO capitals of the world. Yes, the state of California is pretty much a black site for the most part of government intervention, government manipulation. A lot of other states are afraid of California due to the manipulation, not the people, but just California itself. It does manipulate music, people. It doesn't really want people here. Well, it wants to enjoy itself. So, I mean, the government can be there, but everyone else can leave, basically. Obviously, there's some kind of economy, and people are always going to try to do California. People are always moving to California, but the idea is to clear out the old space, the old knowledge, by kicking everybody out, for starting fires or raising taxes or whatever it might be, to make things that literally impossible. So California is slowly becoming an elitist state. And some things you can do in California you can't do other places. So we'll just leave you with that. That might have been too much as it is.